gắn kết từ những ngày đầu tiên. Bảo vệ mái ấm vững vàng qua từng năm tháng. Chứng kiến bao niềm hạnh phúc vô bờ. Không ngừng phát triển tiếp nối qua các thế hệ để mang hạnh phúc sẻ chia cùng cộng đồng. Tôn Hoa Sen hân hạnh tài trợ sự kiện Nick Vujicic đến Việt Nam.
Vietnam definitely is in the top 20 mostly populated countries in the world. We didn't know much about this country except we know this is a communist world. And the only contact we have when we started planning is Nick's publisher in Vietnam. So this is what we have. Everything is beyond our expectations. Extreme chaos, extreme overheated crowd, extreme hospitality at the same time. So everything just goes to the extreme in Vietnam.
I was going up a ramp and they lifted up my back wheels off the ground, up the ramp. They were pushing me up, so I nearly flipped forward. That was crazy. We knew that we had a privileged calling, and for such a time as this, we were just asking God for the right balance of inspiration and faith-based sort of content throughout every speech.
We have all the love and support and feel the passions of Da An in trying to set up the entire tour in Vietnam. He's a very good guy. He tries to please everyone, but sometimes because he tries to please everyone, he turns out nobody's happy. But I really love this brother. Without Da An, the whole entire Vietnam tour, just days, sleepless nights, and tons of messages, email that Da An sent me. But he is always so positive, and there are times we thought about call off the entire Vietnam event because things are not steering in the right direction. I would say even he's inexperienced, but he really has the persistence to finish great for this mission. I have no doubt about him, and he's the best.
We just found out in Vietnam, like I was talking to Ignatius, either we come without really reaching anyone and we keep quiet, or we come loud. And we made the right decision, in my opinion, coming loud.
Not brokenness on the outside.
You see, even
even when you're on the edge of thinking that you're going to give up.
Và quý vị thấy đấy, khi mà mình ở bên bờ vực,
I want you to know something.
tôi muốn quý vị biết một đôi điều gì đó.
If you're alive,
Nếu quý vị là một người vợ
you have a gift.
thì người vợ cần phải ban
The gift of growing.
cái món quà của sự lớn lên, món quà của sự sinh trưởng
Learning from our difficulties.
và học từ những
Battle after battle, you need to understand you will get through this.
và cứ sau mỗi cuộc chiến, quý vị nhận ra rằng mình
That's the power of hope.
đó là sức mạnh của niềm hy vọng,
That's the power of love.
đó là sức mạnh của tình yêu thương.
We just finished the first night's event, one of 7 events happening in total here in Vietnam. It's very emotionally and mentally and spiritually draining. This trip is really heavy. Just all the logistics are not. Yeah, it's hard. They've never done anything like this before. You know, actually, they made this clip of me and my wife, and they wanted me to talk about relationships and family. It made me miss them a lot more, and that sucks.
My wife said, you know, if you went for a month and the only fruit that happened or came from it was from Vietnam, it's all worth it. They could see immediately the fruit of that sacrifice, that we are honoring God in being a part.
And this guy's newspaper, that's what caught my attention. I saw it, the front page.
Can you get a shot of this guy reading?
Oh, that's me on the, look, we're going right now to Hanoi, which is the capital city of Vietnam. And while we're on the plane, we were given newspapers, and so we saw the front pages of several newspapers, which is pretty cool to see. So a lot of people getting this message of hope, and it's just incredible. So we're excited.
I was asked if I would be willing to do one interview more. His first question was, how can you, as an evangelist, be able to share about your faith in a country like Vietnam? Halfway during my speech, I mentioned God and Jesus for the first time. That my translator froze, and I said, come on, man.
I believe whatever she does, she will do with all of her heart.
Nhưng mà tôi tin rằng bất cứ điều gì trong sau này Linh Chi sẽ làm với tất cả lòng đam mê của mình.
Do you want to know why I love God?
Các bạn có biết
Come on, man.
các bạn có biết tại sao tôi yêu Đức Chúa Trời không?
Because I know heaven is real.
Bởi vì tôi biết rằng thiên đàng là có thật.
And one day when I get to heaven,
Rằng là một ngày kia khi mà tôi được lên thiên đàng,
we're gonna have arms and legs.
lúc đó tôi sẽ có đủ chân đủ tay.
And we're gonna run.
Và lúc đó tôi sẽ chạy nhảy.
And we're gonna play.
Và lúc đó tôi sẽ vui chơi.
And I'm gonna race you, okay? We're gonna race.
Và lúc đó thì chú cháu mình nhé, hai chú cháu mình sẽ chạy thi với nhau nhé.
I knew that the translator had known what I said, and I really felt the Lord urging me and pushing me to say it at that time and bring some faith-based things in that night. I reiterated that we come in love and respect, and we know that everyone has a different religion. We need to love everyone, but I know that people are intrigued by the source, and to get to the source of how I became who I am and my strength and my life's purpose, I would not have it without my faith in God.
She's afraid of my beard.
Cháu rất là sợ cái râu này.
Very afraid of your beard. Wow.
Rất sợ
You
râu.
scares me. Your beard scares me. You have to push it out of your face. Very sorry.
Okay.
Is this the end of Nick Vujicic's
Hello.
The whole night came to that wonderful pinnacle and climax of seeing this little girl with no arms, no legs. And at first, you know, she was a little shy, but that's when, you know, like, what do you tell a family who has a child with no arms, no legs? And yes, I come from the West and I have a cool wheelchair and I have caregivers, and I was raised in Australia where, you know, society generally in the late 1980s was very accepting. You know, how do you encourage them on their level? Because obviously it was seen that I had quote unquote more opportunity than this little girl, and I said, you want to know why I'm looking forward to heaven? I said, because we're going to have arms and legs and we're going to run together in heaven, and that's why I love God and that's my hope. We were on the stage and about 25,000 people were there, and I heard some thunder roll in the middle of it, and I'm thinking, oh man, I just hope it doesn't rain, because a lot of people who are sitting in the stadiums do not have a roof over their heads. I saw a couple big drops, and then bang, a million drops of rain just came down, and there were massive drops of rain, and we were on live TV, so no one knew what to do. It was just a really cool spirit of joy.
I don't want an umbrella.
Tôi không muốn ô, tôi không cần ô đâu anh ạ. Cảm ơn anh. Tôi không cần ô.
It's great. I love you.
Tôi yêu các em rất nhiều.
You guys are great.
Not even pouring rain would stop it. I loved it.
So we just had an article released from AP, which was picked up by Yahoo and Fox. It was a pretty big deal. So we're excited. The article itself was written really well. It looks like I'm sort of like either a rude speaker or very courageous.
We had a speaking engagement at a soccer game. It was a competition that they do every year for children who are either orphans or juvenile delinquents. To see, you know, Vietnam giving an opportunity to these kids to feel more purpose or loved or belonging, giving them a chance to build up their confidence and self-esteem, I thought was a positive thing.
Some of the biggest dreams in life, only you can believe in them.
We're so thankful for Mr. Vu, but I really felt our hearts connected and our minds connected. A couple times he teared up. If I could sum it up, he was just overwhelmed, and he was just sharing about how he was touched by the courage that he saw in us. He was the one who really backed up all the stadiums. He paid for all that TV time, and he didn't care to recover his money. He felt this is what he was supposed to do. We had a stadium of about 35,000 people. it actually went beyond the normal capacity. It was suggested, well, let's get chairs and get another 5,000 chairs on the field itself. The authorities of that stadium and the city would never have normally said yes to that.
Hello, everyone! This is the biggest crowd we've had in Vietnam! 35,000 people! And millions on VTV!
It was a big thing where from everyone, from the poor, the disabled, the orphans, to the average person there in that city, all the way up to the business and governmental influential people. That in itself was unique, and we were very blessed to see that happen.
Arms and legs.
Và đôi khi anh cũng cố gắng cầu xem làm nào mình có đủ chân tay.
It's okay to pray for that, right?
Đấy là điều ổn đúng không ạ? Không sao, không gì sai đâu không ạ?
Right?
Đúng
I
không ạ?
have a pair in my closet
Các em có biết không? Trong cái tủ quần áo của anh ấy, anh có để một đôi giày ở trong đó.
because I can believe in miracles.
Bởi vì anh cứ tin vào những cái điều kỳ diệu.
But the miracle is this,
Và điều kỳ diệu là như thế này.
that if I don't get arms and legs here on earth,
Và nếu như mà không có
and let them know that there's so much greater things than this earth,
thì anh vẫn có thể tiếp.
itself can stop my dreams.
Và ngay cả khi mà chết thì cũng không làm cái giấc mơ của anh nó tan biến.
So take one day at a time.
Và em cố gắng từng ngày một, mỗi ngày chúng ta đều phải nỗ lực
Do your best
và cố gắng hết sức,
and get some faith.
có được niềm tin.
One day at a time.
Một ngày chúng ta phải cố
I
gắng làm
love
việc ở
you
đó.
so much,
Anh yêu em rất nhiều
and I believe in you.
và anh tin tưởng vào em.
Hân hạnh tài trợ sự kiện Nick Vujicic đến Việt Nam, tôn hoa sen, mái ấm gia đình Việt.